Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Rainey Ray, and I am an essential oil educator and enthusiast. And I am so excited to be able to hop in here on Mondays and talk to you about these incredible oils. So before we launch into it, I just want to say I love this month's specials and promos offering. And we've gone into that already, and you can always find information on our specials, monthly specials, on my website at rainyray.com/specials. Okay. I will be getting out an email soon, and I always wait a little bit in the beginning of the month because I know that doTERRA sends out information and I don't want to overload your inbox. I also, earlier in the month, text out a link to my specials page. So if you're not on my text list for that, reach out to me and I'll put you on it. Again, I don't overload your inbox. So I'm focusing on my mission with doTERRA right now in this season of my life. I am focusing on getting oils, these amazing oils in every home so we can be natural healers in our homes. I want more people out there to be their own first responders because the first responders can't always get to you, okay? And even if we can get in to get help, many times our medical system isn't helpful, okay? Um, the other thing is, if you know, we all know friends and family that would also want to be healers in their home, that want natural solutions. Reach out to me or the person that helped you get your account, and we can help you help them. Okay. In that vein, I want to educate people on the possibilities. Okay. I want to let people know that these oils amaze me every day. All right. It's like what I posted in our private Facebook group about how our dog Larry had surgery, and in less than a week, all of the bruising was gone. Not because of the NSAIDs they wanted me to give him, but because of the oils and the supplements, natural stuff that we gave him. Okay. I can't wait to go into the surgeon's office tomorrow for a post-surgery follow up and let him see how things have healed. Um, so I'm starting to do classes again. I'm going to do classes in our home for Florida local peeps. You can bring your friends and family. We can talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Let me know what you're interested in. We can just have a session where we do Q&A and open up the book and answer people's questions together about these oils because I'm not the expert. We all are, okay? We all are different. We all can use our resources. Our bodies are different, I mean, and we can use our resources. So let me know what you want. Gut health, sleep. Let's do a more sourdough and wellness. Also, for anyone else outside of Florida, outside of our part of Florida, I'd like to do Zoom classes. Okay, invite your friends and family. So we have um, our community to share with them. Um, our our community is amazing, and we help each other out. We're there for each other. So again, let me know the topics you want, okay? So I want to talk today about healthy gifts, okay? I received today a box in the mail, and I don't know if you can see this, but these are all beautiful, beautiful handmade soaps from Lynn, who joins us quite regularly here on this Zoom. And they're each made, handmade by her, and they each include doTERRA oils in them. I love her soaps. They're all goat's milk soaps. They're amazing. My skin says thank you every single day. So again, Lynn, thank you. And that just underscored the fact that they came today when I was going to talk about healthy gifts, just underscored, how wonderful this topic is. And when you close your eyes and you think about healthy gifts, normally what pops in your mind is like a fruit tower or something like that. Those are great. Okay. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is gifts of these oils to help people learn how to be proactive and help themselves or learn how to address certain goals that they may have. Okay. Um, the biggest gift that you can give someone is reaching out and sharing doTERRA. I am eternally grateful to the person that shared doTERRA with me originally. It was Breathe. I was having an allergy attack, and as I sit here with you today, I'm still amazed. I was amazed then how effective and powerful these oils are and how quickly that Breathe worked to quiet my allergy symptoms. Okay. Um, so we can put natural health in people's hands and in their home, and they will be forever changed. Think of how doTERRA has changed your life. For me, as I said in that example, and there's many more, it changed my life dramatically. Okay, perhaps, even saved my life. Doctors tried to help me with things that were going on, like that exposure to the hazmat and other things, and they couldn't. Okay, essential oils did, and they're simple. Okay. So, best gift ever. Help someone get started and bring them into our community. Okay. Um, we have great discounted starter kits, or we can work together and help them figure out exactly what would be best suited for them and meet them where they are. Okay. Did you know that each of us, existing customers in doTERRA, can buy one discounted starter kit per month? Okay. So there are a couple of starter kits that are actually BOGO. Okay. So if you're curious about these things, when I say BOGO, I mean you're buying certain oils and you get oils free. So buy five, get five free. I mean, it's amazing when you put on your math cap and look at some of these offerings from doTERRA. Okay, so discounted starter kits are amazing. All right, let me get another thing that I've shared with you before that's one of my faves. Okay, and this is the kids kit. Okay, the kids collection. There's seven oils, all right. Thinker, which is our focus oil. Um, there she is. Hey, Lynn. When I opened up, because we're talking about gifts, I showed your beautiful package of the soaps.
Surprise.
I opened it up and the smell is just subtle and divine. I love it. Love
Well,
it.
it's all doTERRA oils.
They're all doTERRA oils. Yeah.
Yep.
So I was talking about how we can give the gift of health. And, when people think about giving healthy gifts, they think about like a fruit tower,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
I want to switch gears on us and think about gifting these oils, and brainstorm about it. Your gift to me was amazing. Okay, that's a non-toxic alternative for daily personal,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Utilizing our powerful oils. Amazing. Okay. I don't have the talent that you have, so I'm going to talk about rollers. But
Okay.
the other thing that I was saying is that we all need to think for a moment how doTERRA changed our lives. Whether it's immune boosting, whether it's personal care, whether it's detoxing your home, whatever it might be, and see how that can change someone else's life. Okay. The kids collection that I was just holding up, which is not just for kids. Okay. I love this. You can buy it as a collection. Wonderful, beautiful gift. If you know somebody that's having a baby or has had a baby, you can buy them individually. So there's Thinker, that's focus. Okay. Tamer, that's our digestive oil. Stronger, that's our immune boosting oil and cootie killing. Rescuer, which is a soothing oil for kids. Brave, which is, it calls itself, it's the Courage Blend, which, is great for kids and adults. Steady, which I really love, our grounding blend for kids, and Calmer, okay? Most of these are really good to use on your pets and animals also, okay? I love these oils. The reason they're a kids collection is because think about Deep Blue and how strong Deep Blue is smelling wise. A kid is going to say, ew, I don't want that smell on me, you know? Um, so instead, then we have Rescuer, which has all of the effectiveness without any of that overwhelming smell
Mhm.
or that hot, cold feeling when you put it on. Okay. So think about the kids' collection as something that might be really, really good for a gift, either as a whole set or individual. I talked about the starter kits. Starter kits, each one of us existing customers can buy one a month. Okay. And we have a couple of BOGO buy one, get one free starter kits. So that would be like you're paying for 5 oils, you get 5 oils free in the 10 oil collection. And I didn't mention those are the Home Essentials kit and the Aroma Essentials kit. All right. We have the Aroma Touch kit. This is amazing. Okay. This, hang on and I'll grab mine. So this is one, two, three, four, five. I always forget 8 oils, full size bottles, even the deep blue, which you can't get anywhere else in a 15 mil. It comes with coconut oil and it comes with access to Dr. Hill, who invented the aroma touch technique, his free class. Okay. So if someone has a cold or flu, if someone has been in an accident, if someone is recovering from an illness, a serious disease, all these things, you'll learn how to do the aroma touch technique on them, okay? And you can teach them how to do it so they can do it in their home to their friends and family. Phenomenal gift, okay? Um, we have smaller kits like the travel kit, which is great. 5 mils of wild orange peppermint aroma touch. We have the beginner's kit, 15 mils lemon, lavender, and peppermint. Okay. Those oils, lemon, lavender, and peppermint. I mean, I have a document somewhere that's 101 uses for lemon, lavender, and peppermint. I mean, they're amazing. Okay. So think about that. We have our skin care and our hair care that whether you like one of ours, which is the Essential Collection or the Virage Collection, fabulous stuff. Our sun care was just made available again. I use it all the time in Florida. Okay. Um, it is a mineral-based sun care with no toxic additives, and it is non-nano. I had to look and figure out what that meant. Okay. So normally when you have a mineral base sun care, sunscreen, the particles of the minerals are so small that they go into your body. Those are nano. Non-nano means it stays on the top, okay? Our stuff goes on smooth. You don't have that chalky white look unless you want it, okay? And it's really good. There's an after sun spray that is
Mhm.
incredible, all right? Um, I carry and I have in my desk the lip balm, okay?
Mhm.
Because when you're out in the sun, you don't want your lips to get burnt. Um, Great gifts. Think about things that are coming up. Mother's Day, Father's Day. 'Tis the season of weddings. Babies all year round.
Babies,
Birthday.
yeah.
Yeah. I like to keep gifts, so I call them hostess gifts. If we go to someone's house for dinner, they
Mhm.
have a little something rather than bringing a bottle of wine, um, or whatever. I mean, I think those are great. So the other category of things that I love is you can give an individual roller. Okay. We have, and this is how I keep, this is in my guest bath. Okay. And this is, let me get it so we can see.
Mhm.
Okay. So this includes our emotional aromatherapy collection plus adaptive and Copaiba. And I'm lucky enough to have one of the deep blue rollers. They can't put it out in a roller anymore because it's not a childproof cap. Okay, if you have this, just refill it. 20 drops to deep blue coconut oil, boom, done. Okay, but I want guests that come into our house to have the ability to set their own mood. So we set the mood in our home every day with diffusers, okay? And I want them to be able to set the mood within themselves. So the
Mhm.
aroma therapy kit, collection is motivate, cheer, passion, console, and I'll get to that in a moment, forgive, and peace, okay? I love these oils. Forgive is an oil that you are going to want to carry in your purse. I love it as a personal fragrance. I mean, it is just divine, okay? And remember, perfumes have a lot of hormone disruptors. So we want to use natural things for our personal fragrance. I love, you can make someone a spray of serenity and eucalyptus. It's my favorite room spray, but it's also my favorite personal fragrance. I went over somewhere the other day, and actually, it was a neighbor who was heading up north for work, and she had some stuff in her fridge she was gonna not use, so she gifted it to us. And I go to give her a hug, and she goes, "Oh my God, you smell so good. What is that?" And I said, essential oils, not only do they make me feel like I'm in and smell like I'm in a spa, but they make me feel that relaxed feeling. So I want to talk to you about console, okay? I always keep some of these on hand. All right. I This is console is the comforting blend. So when someone has a death in their family, or whether it's a human or a pet or animal. I love to share console with them. It is so good at opening up the heart for grief. Um, and we've all, I think most of us either weren't, didn't grieve or get stuck in grief or, one of those. And console really has been when we had when we lost our dog Jack, it was very sudden. And We had to make that hard decision, which is not hard to make at all. At the time, it's crystal clear. And console carried me through. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that helps the heart.
it helps
Hmm.
getting,
Yep.
yeah, getting all that
Yep. The
going.
emotion.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I love those. Okay. I love, heck, adaptive. Who doesn't need an adaptive roller? I mean, really, right? Wonderful gift. Okay. On guard roller. There's another one. If you don't want to purchase it from doTERRA, make them one. Okay. 20 drops of the oil, fill it up with coconut oil in a 10 ml roller, boom, done. Okay. Um, I love a very, very special gift to give someone is Immortel.
Mm.
Now, Immortel, let me grab one, is our anti-aging blend. But it's also good for eye care when you think about what's in here. Okay. So Immortel comes in a beautiful box, and this is undiluted. Okay. So what I used to do when I was still recovering, well, I'm always going to be recovering from the hazmat, but when it was affecting my skin more, I used to make this into four rollers, then this into three, then this into two, and now I use it neat. Okay. But I put it over the hydrating cream. So what's in Immortel is frankincense, lavender, sandalwood, myrrh, helichrysum, and rose. Okay. If you don't make our eye roller, then take some of this, either put our anti-aging eye cream on or the hydrating cream or whatever you're using, and then roll some of this on and just pat around in that C format, okay? Amazing for eye health, amazing for fine lines, deep lines, everything, okay? Great gift for somebody. You don't have to give them the whole thing. You can make a smaller version. All right. I wouldn't use coconut oil when I make it. I would use jojoba oil. All right. Give them, heck, one of my faves, lavender. I have a romance with this oil. I mean, you can't have enough lavender, you know? Um, the other one that I really love, and especially with Mother's Day coming up, we've got that incredible collection. So I think the price point is $38 wholesale. It's beautiful, shine, and whisper. All right. Those are great. You can give them as a set. They're 4 ml rollers. I still have from the last time gardenia in the 4 ml roller. This is how they come. Okay. And so there's three rollers in there. Shine, and I posted this in our group. Um, Shine is not available in our regular product line. It was created to commemorate one of our conventions, okay? And it's really grounding. It gives you confidence. It gives you even a boost of energy. It's good for depression. It helps with your adrenal glands, and it gives you a spark, okay? Beautiful, which I love, is in our book, okay? And beautiful is wonderful to focus on the heart, mind, and body. It's great for meditation. It's wonderful for a personal perfume. I mean, and it's just a great oil to uplift the mood and all of that. Whisper. Now, Whisper is the woman's blend. Okay, so Whisper. And there's a page in the Essential Life book on that also. Whisper is great for sex drive, hormone balances, hot flashes, self-confidence, anger, all of that. So let's say you've got somebody who's entering or in menopause and is troubled by hot flashes, mood swings, all of that. What do you do? Wouldn't it be nice to give them a gift that can actually help them feel better during, nobody talks about this menopause thing until like the last year or so. Then everybody's talking about it.
Whisper's a beautiful oil. I've
Yeah.
used it in mixing with other things, and
Ooh.
all the ladies like it.
Oh, okay. They
Yeah.
like the aroma. Yeah.
Yep. It's
Yeah,
very calming.
it is. So
Yeah.
in here is a bunch of stuff. Patchouli, hang on, bergamot, sandalwood, vanilla, rose, jasmine, cinnamon. I didn't remember that. Vetiver, labdanum, cocoa seed, and ylang ylang. Okay. The other one I love to give to people, and this is another undiluted roller. So if a roller is diluted, there's
Mm.
that little thing right here that says touch. Kind of looks like a file folder. Okay. Undiluted doesn't have that. Clary Calm. Amazing. Okay. So it's in our women's collection along with the phytoestrogen and the bone nutrient. Okay. And it's in there for a reason. People have, let me read about Clary Calm. Fabulous gift to give people, and you don't need an occasion for this one. This one um is something that people would appreciate no matter what. So Clary Calm balances hormones, helps with heavy periods, PMS, cramps, breast tenderness, pre and perimenopausal, hot flashes, mood swings, low sex drive, and you can also use it for skin issues and wounds. Okay. Um, so those are all really good. As long as we're talking about kind of the women's side, okay? Jasmine, beautiful gift. All right. Magnolia is another one. Beautiful gift. Neroli, if you haven't used neroli, I didn't bring it out here. It's one of the ones you want to carry with you when you're traveling. It's like a Swiss Army knife. Um, And neroli, at first, I have to be honest, I did not like the smell. Um, and now I really do like the smell. Okay, so it's great not only for stomach things and intestinal stuff, but acne, it's great for heart palpitations. It's great for your skin if it's dry. It can use it as a deodorant. If you're overthinking, if you're overwhelmed, if you're scared maybe on an airline or things like that. Um, Panic, grief, shock. I mean, it's just a great oil. Uh, Rose, I was talking with somebody the other day about the
Mm.
hydrosol rose mist, right?
Hmm.
And she said, I really don't like the smell of rose. And I said, yeah, I get that. It reminds you of a nursing home. Our rose is delightful though, isn't it?
I I don't get that because that smells wonderful.
This smells wonderful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
Makes me
use
think of
this
my
on my
grandmother.
face. I'm almost out. You can see
Yeah.
I use it on my face probably 3 days a week. Um,
Yeah.
it's really good when you're going to be out meeting people to put some over your heart and helps you open your heart, literally. I mean, it's great. Uh, hey, you got a teenager with acne or an adult with acne? We have an HD clear roller that they can wash their face and put that on. All right. What about a breathe roller?
Huge for asthmatics.
Yeah.
I've done that a lot for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Really does open up your breathing. Can I
Yeah.
add one more that sounds a little different?
Yes.
Okay, we're in the over 50, maybe over 60 range.
I'm 70, so here we
And
go. Yeah.
here's the one that I end up gifting absolutely all the time. The deep blue roller,
Oh, yeah.
because we're older, we trip, we fall, we get owies. It was one of the earlier ones that I had when I twisted my
So you're
ankle.
talking about making a roller with the deep blue.
No, I'm talking about the deep blue stick.
Oh, the stick. Oh,
Deep blue
yeah,
stick
yeah.
because it's the Swiss Army knife if we never go anywhere without it. Now, here's what I've had to do recently was I had gifted it, have a friend. Um, she fell, got a big owie. Turns out it was a broken ankle.
Mm,
Um, the deep blue stick helped not only the pain, but the lymphatic system and the swelling to get it
wow.
down with the ice very quickly for her. You get that inflammation out, you get the pain down. So after maybe 2 weeks, I was sort of like, well, how's the pain? There's still pain there. Rainey taught me there are certain things you should have that you always have on your shelf. So I drove over. I gave her the deep blue caps and the copaiba, and she looked at me and she said, "What's this?" And I said, "Don't take Tylenol, don't take Advil." And I think a lot of people think we're all hocus pocus here,
Yeah,
but we're not
right.
because these are tried and true and they're plants. And if you looked 100 or 200 years ago, they would be grinding up stuff and using it. So she had occasion to tell me that the swelling is out. She has a boot, but oh my God, how that stuff helps her pain.
Yeah.
So this combination, if you're older, can really help someone. And I really dig the idea of not taking anything that affects your liver, your kidneys, all the stuff that the commercials tell us to do.
Oh,
And
bravo.
so
Yeah,
this is the owie pack for older people. And I only
right.
step into the deep blue caps and the copaiba if they're struggling and they have pain, because you can give them an alternative, which is cleaner internally in their body.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you wait and you will win them over
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, and
because it
the thing
works.
is that, and you know this, Lynn, most people in our group here know this. Tom and I take a deep blue capsule morning and
Hmm.
evening. We're both very active.
Hmm.
And when Larry had his surgery, I was the first 30 hours of medication, I gave him the NSAIDs. And then I said,
Hmm. Hmm.
no, I wasn't seeing the results. I was trying to be, someone
Hmm.
that followed the
Hmm.
instructions, which is
Hmm.
not my
Hmm.
normal.
Yep.
And I switched him over to the deep blue capsules. He got one morning and one evening, and he's 40
Yep.
pounds. You can use those if the dog's a whole one if the dog's over 30 pounds. And I used our wound spray, and within a matter of days, so the whole thing
Yeah.
was less than a week and bruising all gone, so
Yeah.
inflammation gone, and the deep bruise that you could see through the skin was gone.
Hmm.
I mean, just
We don't.
amazing. That's why I say people can then, and you say you can win, we can win them over. People realize they can be a health provider in their own home.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I call it being a first responder because when something happens, the first responders may or may not be able to get to your home. We need to be able to have a medicine cabinet of things that we know are going to take care of us. Okay? Of
Yeah.
course, there's regular pharmaceuticals and things like that in there. Of
Hmm.
course there are. That's our God forbid box, right? Um, but if you have essential oils and bandages and things like that, you can take care of most things
Yeah.
that happen in the home.
Absolutely. And I think we're so programmed from the commercials to go to these things.
Right.
You need to have an open mind. Last year, I had an accident. If you've
Yep.
noticed,
Yep.
this finger is amputated. And they gave me a bunch of Oxy. And I thought, oh, first night, oh, it's going to hurt like crazy. I should take the Oxy. And then I thought, well, why bother?
Right.
So I took the Deep Blue and I had no pain.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that Rainey had told me what to use in the oils right away. And I saw the surgeon 1 week after. and they were blown away by the healing. And I have no scars
Right.
anywhere around here from
Which
this.
is, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying earlier. I've been involved with doTERRA since 2016, 17, whatever it is. So coming
Mm-hmm.
on 10 years. I'm still amazed every
Hmm.
single time I use stuff because it is so effective and dependable.
Yep.
That that's the gift we want to give people.
Hmm.
You know, we want to give them something for their toolbox that they know will work. I was looking for chiropractors down here a few years ago when we moved to Florida. And I stumbled on one and I didn't end up using him, but he sent me in for a scan because I said, yeah, I have had tons of arthritis and injuries in my neck and back. He goes, whoa, time out, let's get a scan, right? I said, well, you're going to see all the arthritis. The scan came back and there was little or no, and this is like only 5 years ago, literally little or no arthritis in my neck and back. That can't be because 10 years before then, I had a scan, same kind of scan, and you could see all the arthritis. So I'm telling you, this stuff dramatically changes your life,
Yeah.
you
And
know?
if you would just open your mind a little bit, and there are circumstances sometimes where you can help people because they have an owie and you know this thing works. And if you can give them that option, what we're giving them is the gift of health, is no chemical in your body
Right.
to help you heal. And we know it works, and I'm continually amazed every time we are trying it, and we're like, wow, that was really easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so the other one is if you want to give somebody just something that got a bunch of kids, is it I'm the ointment, is it Correctex?
Oh, correct X. Yeah,
Yes.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, because your kids will fall and you'll need to, they've got a scratch, they've got a whatever,
For
or I
those
have
who
an
don't
owie.
know,
Yeah.
sorry for interrupting.
Go ahead.
Correct-X is doTERRA's version of
Hmm.
an ointment that you would use instead of Neosporin or bacitracin. Okay, so but it
Yeah.
has no petroleum products in it. I have used it as a lip balm. I mean, when your lips are cracked or
Yeah.
sometimes get dry and yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you got kids, spring and summer are coming. We're in the north. Maybe it'll warm up at some point. Um, But everybody gets owies, and you put that stuff on, and you're just blown away by how quickly it
Yeah.
heals.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
would use that on my dog if
Yeah.
they had a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
But
it's good stuff.
yes, there's all these things for face and skin, and we can smell good, but there's practical applications that you can give people that work. And I can't tell you how many deep blue sticks I've given away in the last year, more than a dozen.
Oh
And
boy, yeah.
every time they come back and say, I'm just blown away by what that stuff does.
Right. I
So all
only
you're
had
doing
one
is educating.
person, I had given him a stick, deep blue stick, and I said to him about a month later, because he was having a lot of pain in his feet and ankles and knees. And I said, how'd that deep blue stick work for you? And he goes, I don't know. And I go, what do you mean you don't know? He goes, I never used it. And I'm
Oh,
like, you gotta
well,
use it.
you can lead a horse to water.
So that's why we keep our oils out where we can see them. Okay. And the deep blue stick. We have one on the counter. We have one in Tom's shop. He's got one in his car, which so far has not melted. Okay.
Mm.
Um, I have one in my go bag.
Hmm.
Um, and quite frankly, another one on the shelf, because God forbid you run out,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah. Yep. For
Yeah,
sure. So,
doTERRA is an essential oil company, and what makes our supplements so amazing is, first of all, the research and that they're bioavailable, but they are the only essential oil infused supplements on the market. And when you combine that good bioavailability available ingredients with the oils,
Mhm.
like our omega, such a fine Norwegian
Mhm.
salmon oil, and you put nothing else in it but wild orange. Why wild orange? Well, one, it keeps it from going rancid.
Mhm.
But as important, the wild orange increases the bioavailability. So if you take the salmon oil without wild orange and then measure, and then take it with the wild orange, which is what all the white coats are doing at doTERRA, they're doing all of these tests. Um, it increases the bioavailability. You know, that's amazing to me. And
Mhm.
that's what makes it different when you combine those foundational supplements that have oils with oils as needed for your personal situation. Boom, easy.
Mhm.
Um, and when in doubt, just put an oil on it. It doesn't matter.
It's not going to hurt. Whatever
No,
you pull, it's not
no.
going to hurt. The
I
body
mean,
knows
that's why,
exactly
what
what
is
it
it?
needs.
Lavender, such a Swiss Army knife. You think of lavender, oh, it's a pretty flower and it smells nice. And, you may think of it for skin or hair or something, but this is a wound powerhouse.
Mhm.
Take this with you, I and put it on a wound. It's antibacterial. Who knew? So cool. Any other ideas on, I mean, there's so many different things that we could, just depends on your audience. I like to keep some in my, mom taught me to always have, she had a section in her closet. She called it the gift closet. So if she had to go out to someone's house or had a birthday or another occasion, she didn't have to go to the store. She had a few
Mhm.
things in there that she could wrap and bring.
Mhm.
Think of your oils as your gift closet.
Mhm.
You don't, it's nice to buy things like the kids collection and all of that, but just make someone an oil, roller. Boom.
It's a beautiful gift.
It's a beautiful gift. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 'tis the season. Let's bring on spring and the holidays and all that kind of stuff. And again, I mean, these soaps are amazing. I took a shower earlier with one of Lynn's soaps. And when you get out of the shower, you normally want to put a lotion on. I can tell you that most of the time after using your soap, I don't feel like I need lotion. It is so moisturizing.
Again, it's a goat's milk
Yeah.
base. It has vitamin A, B. It's very healing to the skin. It occurs in Mother Nature.
Yep.
I started with this just because I'm on the same quest of getting rid of chemicals in the house, and I will probably be setting up shop to sell in the fall. But right now, I've been testing and liking goat's milk lotion that's got lavender in it, and it's so soothing.
Yeah.
So we're playing with both, just going back to what our ancestors, our grandparents used. And doTERRA, one of my favorites is just putting On Guard into
Oh,
soap
yeah.
so that you've got the extra antibacterial in there. So we're playing with it very successfully, and it's the same thing.
Well,
Just
we'll launch your
no
business
chemical.
here once you start doing, because I'm going to tell you something. The soaps are amazing. They last a long time because they're made so well. And the aromas are not that fake
No,
fragrance that you smell
no.
elsewhere.
They're not overpowering.
Right.
We've been playing with this for 2 years to get the right balance. If we use color, it's all natural, simply earth. I
Mm-hmm.
want to give the best product that a child or a baby could use. I just made 10 gift bags this morning.
Oh,
Four
wow.
of them are for people who are about to have or have babies. So it's plain goat's milk,
Perfect.
so that these babes can start with no chemical
I
exposure.
love it.
And that's what we're all about, is just trying to make this healthier for
And
everybody
isn't
using.
that isn't that the dream is that we have kids around, whether they're
Mhm.
someone's kids now or your grandkids that, and I know young adults who have been raised
Hmm.
in a healthy, clean household that have never used those
Hmm.
chemicals, those toxic
Hmm.
chemicals. And to have more and more people with that. That's why in the beginning, before you hopped on, I said, I'm returning back to my mission, okay,
Hmm.
which is to get these oils in every home. And so that's why I want to do Zoom classes again. I want to do classes in our home here. I don't care what the topic is.
Hmm.
Or we can just have a, hey, ask questions. You know,
Sure.
let's all open up our books and try and figure it out.
Yep. Yep. I think so long as we're committed to continually learning, because there's so many possibilities.
Right.
Um, but we all just want to have a cleaner life.
Yep.
We want the chemicals out of our homes. I'm constantly coming up with ideas. I'm a little bit held up because we're going to be moving states.
Yay.
I have played with dishwasher pods that are natural. And yes, you can buy, there are limited products in those, but I prefer to make them myself so I know what's in them. So we're just going to combine our knowledge and try and help people live a better, clean life.
Bravo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Perfect. Awesome. All right. I appreciate you, Lynn. Thanks for hopping in. This is fun. Yeah,
thank
so
you.
many ideas.
Yeah, it's the possibilities are endless, and it would be great to get a group of ladies together and just brainstorm, or what do you need,
Mm-hmm.
and see if we can figure it out. And I know our kitchen looks a little scary sometimes at what we're trying, but we have configured a bunch of things that help people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why I'm working with Rainy, because I really strongly believe in the power of these oils.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing compliment to the direction that we want to go. So
Yeah. Yeah,
cool.
for
All
sure.
right. We're getting a delivery. I'm
Okay.
going to sign off. I've got my
Have a great
dog
day,
alarm.
everybody.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you, Lynn.
Bye for now. Thank you,
All
Rainey.
right. Take care, everyone.
Take care.
Thanks.